Global warming isn't scary enough. Climate change certainly isn't scary enough. They're not frightened enough. Quick, come up with something new.
The era of global warming has ended. The era of global boiling has arrived.
The era of global boiling has arrived. Global boiling.
Panic! You're not panicking enough! And in case you forgot whose fault it was, Mr. Global ETHEREUM UN Technocrat is gonna tell you.
Humans are to blame.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It is terrifying, and it is just the beginning. The air is unbreathable.
Pollution's lower and the air is cleaner than it has been in decades.
The heat is unbearable.
The planet's been significantly hotter on innumerable occasions throughout the last 500 million years.
All this is entirely consistent with predictions and repeated warnings.
Consistent with predictions? Really? Like the prediction made by your United Nations that rising sea levels would wipe entire nations off the face of the earth by the year 2000. Didn't happen. Like the prediction made in 2004 that by 2020, Britain would be plunged into a Siberian climate, European cities would be sunk and global megadroughts would cause millions of deaths. Didn't happen. Like Paul Ehrlich's prediction in 1968 that, quote, hundreds of millions of people are going to starve to death by the 1980s. Didn't happen. 50 years later, he's still being given a legacy media platform to spout the same slop.
We've had it. The next few decades will be the end of the kind of civilization we're used to.
Like in 2000 when they predicted British children wouldn't know what snow is. Literally last year in Britain. Didn't happen. Like in 2009 when Charles said we only had 8 years to save the planet. 14 years later, planet still fine. Didn't happen. Like Al Gore's prediction that there would be ice-free Arctic summers by 2013. Didn't happen. Like the US Navy's prediction that the Arctic would be ice-free in summer by 2016. Didn't happen. Oh yeah, and Antarctica doesn't seem to have got the global boiling memo either. Concordia Antarctica hits minus 83.2 Celsius, world's provisional lowest temperature since 2017. Oof, that's chilly.
Global boiling.
Climate change, it's a term we've heard time and time again. But have you stopped to consider how it fits into a larger narrative? A narrative that includes the alarming decline in testosterone levels, which have been dropping by about 1% since the 1980s. A narrative that includes the obesity epidemic, with rates that have tripled worldwide since 1975. A narrative that includes the suppression of potential anti-aging solutions like NMN. Boom! Which is being reclassified from a supplement to a drug to make it harder for you to access. These aren't isolated incidents. They're pieces of a puzzle, part of a global agenda, designed to control us, weaken us, and keep us in the dark for their own personal gain. Luckily, there's a way to fight back. Enter Black Forest. More than just a supplement company, Black Forest is a movement, a rebellion against the forces that want to control us. We've seen how they manipulate the narrative around climate change, pushing fear and alarmism while ignoring the natural cycles of our planet. We've seen how they promote lifestyles, movies, a culture, and estrogenic chemicals that leads to obesity and low testosterone, weakening us both physically and mentally. And we've seen how they hide potential anti-aging solutions like NMN, keeping us from reaching our full potential. Their supplements are designed to help you reclaim your power, boost your testosterone levels, manage your weight, and unlock the anti-aging potential of NMN. Stand up, fight back, and reclaim your power with Black Forest. Visit blackforestsupplements.com/Watson and use the code PAUL for 10% off. Now back to the video. Mr. Global Boiling's stern lecture is the biggest enviro browbeating we've had since Greta Thunberg's infamous missive.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood. How dare you?
Climate Karen disapproval face who wore it better.
Global boiling.
How dare you?
So sorry.
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
But I guess at least Greta has the humility to laugh at her own cringe. The dancing climate change nurses, not so much. Hillary Clinton, hot enough for you? Thank a MAGA Republican. Not as hot as where you're going, Hillary. But who could argue that the temperature in Phoenix would have been cooler on that day if you'd have just elected her back in 2016? The media tells you Rhodes is on fire due to climate change, despite the fact that the wildfires were started by arsonists. And this is what Rhodes looks like from 10,000 feet. According to the media, all of Rhodes is burning, says the videographer filming the clip from his plane. It's nuts the shit that they tell us. This is the same media that tells you it's the hottest July for 120,000 years. Which again begs the question, who was measuring the temperature 120,000 years ago? Homo erectus? July is virtually certain to be the world's hottest month on record due to climate climate change, so why has the UK been so cool? The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. But we know who's measuring the temperatures now. In the UK, it's the Met Office, a government body, which just happened to capture the highest ever temperature recorded in the UK last summer by taking the reading on the hot tarmac at an airport while 3 Typhoon fighter jets were landing. Wow, so impartial. The BBC gets its temperatures from the Met Office, which, seemingly unsatisfied with just manipulating the temperature readings, now just makes them up out of thin air. As part of this global boiling heatwave climate change hysteria, the BBC reported that on July 18th, the island of Sardinia was expected to see a high of 46 degrees in the afternoon, and there are warnings that extreme heat could continue for a further 10 days. What actually happened on July 18th in Sardinia? The temperature peaked at 40 degrees and fell throughout the rest of the week to the lower 30s. The BBC reported that Rome would remain over 40 degrees for 15 days. What actually happened in Rome? It briefly hit 40, then fell away for the rest of the week. They can't even accurately predict that day's weather on the same day. Their longer-term climate change predictions, years into the future, are spectacularly wrong every single time. And they expect you to trust them when they predict climate models decades and centuries into the future, while wheeling out hysterical alarmists to use terrifying words that traumatize children and bully adults into living into a state of fear, dreading a monstrous apocalyptic fate that simply doesn't exist.
Global boiling.
Want to support your boy here while getting your hands on some high quality vitamins and supplements? Well, you've come to the right place. Summit Whole Food Multivitamin is sourced from 100% high quality natural food sources and loaded with natural immune support boosters. Boom! Then there's our vitamin C plus zinc with rose hips. Bosh! Reduce inflammation, supercharge your metabolism and support your body's tissue repair function. Then the rose hips protect you from the signs of aging and replenish your skin. Be in charge of your mind and help to support your brain operate at the highest potential by getting Summit Brain Support, which I take daily to increase my focus and concentration. And boom, it's absolutely stacked with cognitive enhancers such as Bacopa herb extract, L-theanine and alpha GPC. On all these products, we've taken time to ensure we've sourced the highest quality product at the best price. So reach new heights by elevating your health and wellness journey today. If you like my content and want to express your support while getting great supplements, go to summit.store where you'll find all the products plus worldwide shipping. That's summit.store or click the link in the description box down below.